Hello, everybody. So sorry. Want to apologize for last week.
It was his fault.
It was my fault because I was completely sick.
That's
I
not funny. I'm
woke
sorry.
I woke up last Sunday, and I was like, "Oh, my allergies are." I woke up from a nap. I was like, "My allergies are kicking my tail." I went to work, still thinking it was my allergies because my allergies do that sometimes. Then I blew my nose and it was yellow. I
Ooh.
said, nor. That's a code. So if you ever want to know the difference, just blow your nose. And if it's clear, allergies, yellow, a cold.
The only side
So
effect is he has a smoker's cough now. So
yes,
we apologize that throughout the podcast.
every time I get a cold, I'm always left with this extreme cough for some reason. Even though during the time that I was sick, I didn't have a cough, so I don't know what that's about.
But we're happy he's back and well
Yes,
with us.
yes. Oh, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of
This and a
and
sweet treat. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're working on it still. Maybe about the
no,
10th.
you're working on
I'm
it.
working on it. Okay. Episode 5. High five.
Episode 5. If you could take my post right now, it would feel just like a sledgehammer.
Are you saying that because it's Fifth Harmony?
Yeah.
Okay. And a 5. I got you. That was beautiful.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, this is episode 5 of this
and
a sweet treat.
Baby. We love that. We got that.
Yeah, we did. So, Jada, talk about your weekend because I have some things to say about mine.
Oh, I was like, okay. My weekend was very.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead.
It's a sweet
Start
treat.
with Alan. Oh,
yeah, no,
or that. Okay.
no. I'm just like, no. Actually, I'll go first.
Okay,
Imagine
that's fine.
no. We're gonna start with our sweet treats. Our sweet treats are Starbucks drinks blue. We
Oh,
already drunk them.
yeah, some of them. I like his better. What did you get?
I got a iced pecan crunch oat latte with pumpkin cold foam.
And I saw it off of TikTok, and it's okay. It's a venti iced caramel macchiato with pumpkin cold foam, sub pecan syrup, and 1 pumpkin sauce. So, can I have some of yours?
No, you had
Okay.
some already.
Can I have another?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so. Oh my god! It's our first time drinking it. Oh my god, that's so good. No.
The pumpkin cold foam is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
It'll do.
It's delicious. It's a nice little treat, which is all we need.
Yeah,
Should have probably gotten a medium for me. But
mine, it's funny because like I hate when coffees like have like they're like white chocolate or something like that, and it just tastes like coffee. Because that's mine just tastes like coffee.
I can taste the pumpkin and the pecan. Me personally,
the pecan.
I didn't sound like that.
Yeah, but no, that's all I can taste. But yeah. Go ahead with your week.
Okay, I can now. Anyway, so my weekend, it was very busy. Friday didn't have to work, so that was nice. So I went out in service and we just did returns and had some really nice returns. And then I kind of hate it because I do try and reflect on my weekend, like after the weekend, and sometimes I can't remember. And I'm like, this is bad. So now I'm trying to figure out what I did Friday. I just did returns. Oh, and then me and Bree, we went out to this restaurant in Hoover called Yum Yai. It's Thai inspired, and it was very delicious. We got the drunken noodles. She got it with lamb.
Is it Thai inspired or is it just Thai food?
It is Thai food. Sorry. She got it with the lamb. I got it with the pork. I think I don't know. It was a little dry. The pork. I would have gotten it without it, but it was delicious. And then we had this type of like cheesecake with bourbon something, bourbon
glaze,
maybe
drizzle, icing.
No, it was like a white sauce on the side, but it was really good, very delicious. And she had a drink, I don't know what it was, but it was blue and it was pretty and it was strong, so I only had 1 sip. And then Saturday Went to the farmer's market at the pepper place. I haven't been there in forever, so that was nice. And then I went and saw my mom and sister. And then when we got back, I had my Bible study. And then after that, we had that was Saturday. Oh, had a going away party for Brother Xander, so went to that, and that was fun as well. And then Sunday, had the meeting, and then we had the pool party at Antonique's afterward, and that was very fun, enjoyable, refreshing with friends. And then Monday, again, we were off and we started our campaign for the month around the whole entire world. And so we went out and worked out in service and talked, so had some really good conversations with people. Met a cute dog. We will insert dog picture here. Got a bum rog. And then thank you, Alan. And then after the dog, we went to our friend Erica's house and we ate tacos prepared by Fernando himself, and they were very delicious. Played some volleyball and just hung out. And then I came home and passed out, and I woke up at 3:30 and couldn't go back to sleep. And here we are today. How was your weekend, Alan?
Your weekend was marvelous. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
My weekend was good. It was cool. It was fun. It was awesome. I went down to Mobile on. I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, I went to Mobile to go see folks of mine.
Sorry.
To see some folks of mine, and I brought Nyla. That was her first time, like leaving leaving the berm, and
The
so
bird's nest, what he means. Oh.
and so like yeah. So we went to Mobile, and you know didn't realize how weird my dog was until I went down
Oh.
there.
Why do you say that?
Cause I know my dog is a weirdo, but like I didn't know how weird because
Like
she's.
dog like owner, but in a good way.
I can't wait for you to have pets or children.
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, oh, you got that from your mama. But
You know what I hope my pet or children inherit from me?
what?
My love of you.
Anyways, so I went down there, and Nala was hesitant to go in the house, and then she went in, and then we were dumb and like kind of just like forced her to meet the other dogs.
Mm.
And she was already anxious because she was in another place, and then she saw the other dogs, and like Nala doesn't really care for other dogs like that, so she was just like, because she was like, oh my god, and so like she found this ball outside, and she had it as like a comfort ball,
Aw.
basically the whole entire like time they were out, and then she did something that is shocking to a lot of us. She attacked the dogs. She was like, because they will like get up on her,
Yeah.
and she felt cornered sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, and it's so weird because her growls are so weird too. It's just like, I'm just like, oh god. I was just like, oh
Did she
god.
attack them, or she just?
It was like snapping, but
Yeah.
then like she would snap at Molly. That's a golden doodle.
Mm-hmm.
She was snapping, and like Molly would be like, "What the heck was that?" And then
Mm-hmm.
she'll keep like playing with her.
Mm-hmm.
But then like Lucy, like she snapped at her once, and Lucy was just like, "Oh, you are
Oh.
not about to come in my house and try to attack me." But after like Saturday, they were fine.
Okay. Good then.
She still snapped at him because cornered and everything, but like
And some
she
and
was still good. She didn't know how to play. She wanted to play with him, but she didn't know how to.
mm-hmm, she didn't want them to start doing too much.
I guess so. It was like more or less like a she would see them wrestle, and then she'll snap, and then she'll like get down in the playful stance. They will look at her like ready to go, and she'll be like, I don't know what to do after this. So
Mm.
she'll just get up and walk away. Yeah, and then so that happened, and then as I was leaving,
Oh,
as I was leaving the Mobile,
Tyler's
I
fault.
haven't even left the city yet. I was just getting on the freeway. Some numbnuts decided to didn't tie their boat down all the way on the car, and so like it fell off. I didn't see this part, but like it fell off, and then it's on the freeway, and then somebody was in front of me. It was a slingshot on the freeway. I don't know if that's legal to have a slingshot on the freeway, but I digress. But obviously, they're not the reason I got into an accident.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is a slingshot on the freeway?
What?
What is a slingshot on the freeway? I've never heard of that before.
A slingshot is a vehicle. It's like those three wheel. It looked like a go kart, basically,
And
like
it
one
was,
of those 3 wheel
oh, so
cars.
that was in front of you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, we're good. Didn't know those were called. Okay.
yeah. So like it was it was on it was on the free. It's not a go kart. It's a car,
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
but
Smoker's
it
cough.
was in front. Lord, it was in front
Try
of
to get him to
me,
quit.
and then it like slowed down, and then went over to the other lane real fast. And I was like, "What the heck was that?" I said, "Oh my god, what the heck is this?" And then like I looked over, I was like, and then I looked back, I was like, I have to hit it.
Oh
No, because like
no.
I was either gonna crash into people on side of me, or the person behind me, they would have hit me.
So a
So
boat was just sitting
yeah, a
there in one of the
canoe. Yeah, it was
lanes.
a canoe was in the middle of the lane. So it was so like if I wouldn't have hit it, someone on the right side would have tipped it. If they well no, they could have moved out the way. So anyone who was in the middle lane was just toast. And I was just
Mm.
unfortunately toast. So yeah, so it messed up my bumper, and my grill is completely off. This is a picture of it. But then so yeah, so that's what it is. I called 911 for the first time. I was just like,
Oh.
oh my god, like I said, I was like, oh my god, I need to call 911. And then the lady, okay, I was like, ma'am, can I give you all the facts? Because I was like, hi, I don't know what freeway I'm on. I said, but I was on the freeway, explaining it to the lady. And she was just like, okay, well, it sees that. I was like, well, can I explain what's going on before you? I was just like, she said, she she kept telling me like, okay, like, are you on here, like right here? I was like, I said, girl, I don't know. I just said yes and just prayed that Jehovah was going to get the police officer to me. He did,
Good.
but like, I was just like, yes, yes. I don't. I was like, girl, I don't know where I'm at.
My
but
well, I'm sorry. Finish your.
yeah, but uh, the police came, got a police report, and then
Well,
I
like I said,
drove
hopefully that
home.
shouldn't affect your insurance because it wasn't your fault. It was someone else's. It was an object in the road.
Yeah, it shouldn't if they have the police report too. So it just sucks. But it's just a really big inconvenience.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's all right because I was just like,
The
but
point of
then
the moral of the story is not
I'm not done with
moral.
my story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
but no, I had to drive when I drove home. The whole entire time I was like, is there any way that I could have avoided that? The whole entire ride home, I was like that. I was just like, I kept like Alan, like it's dead. The car's already messed up. You good? It's not like
Mm-hmm.
if you could have been like, oh, like maybe if I would have did this, I'm gonna go back in time and change it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And then I was just like, dang. I was like, dang man, I'm getting home at 12 o'clock now. It was gonna be 11. It was just an hour later, but and then sometimes the one side was dragging,
Mm.
so I had to stop on the side of the road a couple of times. And I was like, this is so spooky. I said, oh my God. I said, if they hit me, who's going to take care of my child?
Mhm.
So, yeah. But I made it home, as you guys can see. And yeah, so I'm just a big inconvenience to a lot of people right now until I get my
He
car.
is not an
Okay, well,
inconvenience.
that's not what I mean. I'm just saying, like, just in general, like, I
You
have
feel
to,
like you're an
yeah,
inconvenience.
because, like, people have to come pick me up now. But
But we're
besides
glad to
that,
because we love Alan. And that's the most important thing that you were okay.
yeah, I was all right.
And
My car wasn't
yeah.
in bad shape. It's just the bumper.
And you're a safe driver anyway. Like you're pretty, you go the speed limit and stuff. So honestly, you probably were. It was like best probably that you hit it because if someone and like it happened to you because maybe if someone else it had happened to, they would have, you know, like tried to swerve out the way and caused a bigger accident with more people involved.
Ugh. Never mind. I
What?
won't say
Say
what
it.
I was
Say it. Say it. Say it. You have to.
gonna say. Well, you know, that would have been a them problem if that would
Oh,
have
okay. He
happened.
doesn't care, basically.
No,
Um,
well, like okay, like if that would have happened, I was like, "Whoop!" That got out the way of that, and then I look behind and I see this a huge pile up.
Copilot be like,
I'm like, "Whoop! That could have been me." No, but like honestly, I saved everybody on the freeway. Not even trying to be funny, but when I hit it, it flipped over to the other side on the guardrail, so everyone was safe. Right after me,
oh,
once I hit it, everyone was just like, "Oh, thank you, Alan."
hold on. Save the day.
Girl, you have to put that on. You have to clamp that on
I
to something
did.
like that.
I did. Also, with you talking about like dialing 911, I've only had two twice in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And on it, so I don't know if maybe I don't know if everyone else relates to this, but you know, when you see it on TV, they sound nice, compassionate, like,
No,
"Hey,
they're
I'm here with
like
you." Yeah, they're like so the
they're
first
like
time,
rushing you.
yeah, and like the first time I called 911, I was like, I want to say 17, maybe.
38.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Okay, I know. I had a receipt ticket that said that at Walmart one time. 17th. Anyway, phone crying, and I was outside in the pouring rain, and I was just having like just I was like, please, please send someone quick. And the police sent someone quick. Oh, you don't want to switch. Anyway, and the lady, I feel like maybe she was better. She wasn't as comforting. She goes, "Okay, we're getting someone out there now," and I'm just crying on the phone, hyperventilating in the rain, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe even later. And then the second time was when we had that shooting at Jordan's apartment, and that lady was also. She was like, "Where are you at? Where are you at?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I was like, "Jordan, what's your address?" You know, and I'm trying to give it to
He's
her.
like,
And yeah, yeah, and
no.
I'm like, "Jordan," but
He just moved in also.
oh, that is true. Yeah, he was there for just 3 days.
No, that I think that was like his like
That
the
was his
second
third.
day.
No, that was their third day
That was
being
the
there.
third day.
Yeah,
No,
third day
damn.
being there, and there was a shooting. And that lady again was kind of rushing, no empathy. And I was telling her we heard gunshots, screaming, blood outside. Trigger warning. Blood outside on the door. So yeah, and then we waited for hours. So
Hours and hours.
yeah, it's just not been a good experience, unfortunately.
Right. I need somebody like Halle Berry in the call.
Exactly.
Wait, no, I don't, cause the first person that she called the girl back, and then that's how she died.
Uh, Died?
Yeah,
She died?
not Halle Berry.
No.
No, the first girl. Spoiler.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
spoiler for
okay.
this one movie that no one's gonna watch. But no, the first girl that called,
I
she was
remember.
like, "Oh my god, this person's in my house." Blah blah blah. And then she was like, she said, "Oh my god, I'm gonna like." I think she said, "I'm gonna hang up." She hung
Mhm.
up, and then like as the guy was leaving,
Leaving.
she the woman called back.
I do remember that.
Stiff wig, Hallie.
Mm-mm-mm.
Stiff.
And you know, you've heard that story about that. There was a 911 operator, and it was this older lady who crashed her car
Oops.
into. We're going to talk about something more positive. I'm sorry. I do feel down. Anyway, she had crashed her car into like a creek or riverbed, and she.
Just around the riverbed.
So not appropriate timing.
I'm sorry.
Pocahontas.
Sorry.
You should like Photoshop you with some long flowy black hair.
No, no, I'm Pocahontas.
Anyway, but her truck was, you know, flooding, and they played the phone call, and the lady was so panicking, and she was like, "Ma'am, calm down." Like no empathy whatsoever, and that lady died. She died. Yes.
Oh no! No, oh, wait. Okay, that sounds like I did not
Yeah,
care
that
at
sounded very
all.
fake.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm being that serious. Like
Yeah, she died, and that 911 operator was fired, which as she should
she should be
be.
in jail.
Yeah, because that poor, not jail, but like definitely fired. And I mean, because that poor woman, that her last moments were that lady, and there was no, she was just like, calm down. They're getting to you as soon as they can. Just like a not care attitude, you know? It was terrible. So hopefully we'll have better experiences in the future.
Hopefully, we don't have any experience at all.
Also, that too. Hopefully we never have to call 911 for any reason,
Yeah,
unless we're kidnapped. But anyway,
but like if we're kidnapped, though, do you really think that we will get a chance to even called. Honestly, okay. Do you have like a tactic if you were to get kidnapped?
Sit.
They're just like good girl.
No, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, who is gonna? I mean, I'm just gonna go limp. Who can pick? You know, I'm
Okay,
not
then
trying to hit my.
you
Yeah,
know there's like other options to like they're not just gonna like grab you while you're just conscious. They can easily
they.
just like roofie you and just
I know, but if
get you
I'm
up out of here.
knocked
Trigger
out,
warning, kidnapping.
yes. But I know, but if I'm knocked out though, my dead weight, it's gonna take like three of them. So I hope.
Okay, wait, well, no, but like, what if it's just one? You just like, oh wait, you kind of strong. What's your name?
Yeah, I know. Have you seen those TikToks when it's like you and your bestie in the back seat of the van, laughing because this is the most effort a guy has put into taking you?
No, I've never
Oh,
seen
okay.
that.
I love those. Yes,
Wait,
absolutely.
my thing would be like, I'll be like, not us in the back. I said, not us getting kidnapped. How we let this happen?
I would,
They're just here wheezing.
yeah. I would. That would be so hilarious. I feel like if we both got kidnapped together, they'd keep us. You know,
For entertainment.
we broadcast our podcast from a
We
basement.
broadcast our podcast.
Yeah, from a basement. Yeah, that's
We're just like,
untraceable.
hey y'all. So we're in
Day 50 of captivity.
we're in an enclosed building. We can't say where we are, but we're fine. The editing, the videos will be coming out on time.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I think
but
that would be hilarious,
that
though.
would be funny. Okay,
What
so
would you do though if you were kidnapped?
what would I do? I would. Okay, first of all, I don't think I'm the demographic to be.
What? You're the demographic?
I said I don't think I am the
Uh huh.
demographic
Uh huh.
to get kidnapped.
Uh huh. Am I the demographic to get kidnapped?
I would think so.
Oh.
Not saying just in general, like
Hmm.
women get kidnapped more than
Men.
men.
Yeah.
So like if someone did kidnap me,
Bro,
um,
I'm going CIA if someone kidnaps you. FBI.
okay. Well, oh, and then you'll be like Halle Berry again in the movie Kidnapped.
Oh, man.
Never mind.
Say it.
I'm not saying
Say
that.
it.
No.
Say it. You have to
What you
now.
saying? Got milk? Oh, you took it off.
Oh, I had a mustache.
um, no, my tactic would my tactic would just to be like to just go physically insane.
Physically insane.
Yeah. Be like, look, you messed with the wrong person. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I would.
I think my tactic would be like seriously though, probably would be to like scream, yell. The only thing I hate though is like I would want to do something to hurt them, like bite, scratch, whatever. But I'm afraid me doing something to hurt them would make them do something to 10 times more hurt me. And then I'm done. I'm
Well, girl, they
finished.
already kidnapped you.
Well, they're trying to, but if I bite him and he punches me in the face, I'm
You.
yeah, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be like when
I'm
Peter
like that
Griffin falls
picture.
down the stairs, just completely
The
out.
Family Guy layout. Oh,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm
no.
over. I've always said I just know if I ever get, I will never pick a fight with a man because I know he can lay me out. You, if you punch me, gone. I know you never would, but I just know I would be gone. Probably a tooth knocked out too, and I want to protect my smile.
Well, I won't punch anybody. I don't have the power to do that.
Imagine you're trying to help me and you go to punch them and you miss,
And I mean, it
and you're
makes them
like,
hit you.
"Oh, that would be so
I
horrible."
was telling Tyler, I was like, I'd rather if like something happens and someone like tries to protect me, I'd rather them not do that because if you lose, then now I look stupid. And then like, also like I'm picking you up, like, come on, let's go. Or, oh my god, even like just getting secondhand embarrassment, like you have no involvement in the fight, but your friend is fighting, they lose, and now like everyone's around the person that got knocked out, and now you have to come up and pick up your friend.
Imagine you got knocked out and I'm just dragging you by your ankles. Let's go out.
No, I'll have to have like sunglasses and a hoodie on. I'm like, hey guys, excuse me, guys.
Oh, you
Let
don't
me
want to be
get this person
named. Mm.
named. Yeah, they're gonna get my
Yeah.
name by my face.
Facial. Facial. Facial.
recognition.
Thank you.
Okay, but like that doesn't really like give them my name if I just show my face.
Maybe, I don't know. Have you seen that TikTok where it was this guy? It was this black guy, and apparently he was on a stream, and apparently I don't know if the guy was white or not, but he came on the stream and was just like saying all types of like derogatory language and calling the guy derogatory terms, and the guy was like, hello,
Oh,
welcome.
I saw that. I
Yes.
saw that
What
Sunday.
was his name? he
I
he
don't know his
said,
name.
he's, well, not his name, but he goes, hi, welcome to the consequences of your actions. I am the consequences to your actions. And I was like, that was a powerful
Yeah,
video.
he
I
got
said,
him. He said you're gonna get fired from the Navy.
uh-huh.
He said,
You're
and when you're working at Amazon.
and your
Yeah.
wife's gonna have to pick up the bills for your
Mhm.
daughter that turns 2 in a couple of weeks. I'm like, man, how did he figure out all this stuff? He goes, I know some black men that are on the vessel that you're on and all this stuff. Like, he did a deep dive.
Yeah, that's the level of hatred. I
Not
don't want it.
hatred, but you want someone to be held accountable for their actions,
Yeah,
and maybe
but like,
hatred. Just a sprinkle.
because I would say like that's more like a grudge, not a grudge. It is like
It's a level. It's commitment.
yeah, it's a commitment to being a hater. I love the way it feels to be a
A hater.
hater. Well, they're not a hater because they're the ones that's
Victimized.
yeah, but like you know,
They
I
want
don't know what I'm gonna say.
justice to be
Yeah, yeah, and
served.
that justice they go to any means necessary to get that
Mm-hmm.
justice,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like dang,
People should be held accountable for their actions. They can't just say some stuff
and then just
and
think they
not.
get away with it.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
I'm not done talking.
I'm sorry.
Um, hmm, I guess I am done talking.
Great. So, the topic for this podcast, we're going to talk about family.
Baby.
Comfortable. Okay.
But now it's I just think about like when you're having children, because we're obviously the demographic. Because I have kids, she has kids, so she has 15. I just have one.
What are you calling me?
Hmm?
What are you calling me?
Well, we want to talk about this because we were on the phone one day just talking about like how people like how they have kids.
Willy nilly.
Yeah, just willy nilly with just people that they don't
Don't know.
know that well. And and like the thing is though, it's like if you do that, I'm not judging you because I don't care. I don't
Well, it's
care.
not your business.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with me. That ain't my kid. But like for me personally, I just feel that if you're gonna have a kid, it's always best to make sure that you know your person
Mm-hmm.
like
Before.
as before, yeah, before you get into like that big commitment. Big commitment. But because yeah, it's not like y'all are getting a car, even though that's a big commitment, but like it's
A car
not
you can trade in,
yeah.
upgrade every year. A baby you can't.
Yeah, baby, that's
You
that's
cannot
with
ship that
you.
sucker back.
Yeah, you're tied together permanently because you
Mm-hmm.
have that
For the
kid.
rest of your
So
life.
it's like if you don't really know your person, because I've been hearing a lot of stories by like when they have a kid, that's when their like actual personality comes out,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe not all the time that just sometimes they just get overwhelmed because they had the kid
Yeah,
too.
it definitely is. Having a child isn't a small thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, extra stress is put on them.
yeah, and it was it's like you need to if you're gonna have a kid, it's always best to know that you want to do that before you even like
Mm-hmm.
go into it, because like it's one thing that you can mentally prepare yourself before the baby comes because you've been wanting a kid and you have the funds to take care of a kid. That's one thing I want to talk about.
Funds,
Yes, the funds to take care of a kid. Um, and I will explain that more later when after this.
mental and emotional
Yes, mentally,
capability,
yeah, mental and wait,
and physical, I
yeah,
guess. But
mental,
I think it's really is like a mental and emotional thing with children,
yeah, yeah,
raising
because
kids.
kids pick up on every detail.
And they will irk your every last nerve. Short story. Zoe's sick right now, my little cousin. that sucker, she coughed. And I was like, hey, look, cover your mouth when you cough so you don't get people sick. That's what she literally like just stares off into space and goes, I got you sick. That's crazy. It didn't irk my last nerve, but I felt threatened. Anyway, go ahead.
I
She's
don't think she
three.
was. I don't think she was threatening you. I think she was just like, oh God, I'm getting you sick now because I didn't cover my mouth.
And her little
That's what.
her
That's what
little
I thought of
child
it.
brain.
Yeah, that's what I thought of it when I saw that.
Oh
But
man. Yeah, so
dang. Okay, like those are the steps. We're gonna get to those steps later.
finance, mental, emotional, and
Yes. Um.
mental, what did I say? Mental, emotional,
Yes. You said
well
physical
being,
too. Well
and
being.
physical. Yeah.
And then oh, making sure that you're having a kid for the right reasons.
And just also picking the right partner, like you said, knowing your
Yes. Yes.
person.
Okay. Go back to that because I'm going
Knowing your
off track.
person.
Yes, knowing your person. Because like I was talking about, they can completely just flip upside down once that kid gets here. And so I every time someone asks me if I wanted kids, I always say yes. I would like kids. But now I'm not opposed to kids, but also if my wife didn't want no, but if my wife wanted a kid, I wouldn't be opposed to it, obviously. But like if she didn't, I wouldn't.
You'd be like, eh.
No, it wouldn't like I'd be like, okay, well, if we want a kid later on, we can. But
That's
like if
right,
we
because you
don't,
can always change your mind.
yeah. But like because at first, not even a year ago, it hasn't even been a year ago when I said that like if my person doesn't want kids, that's a no. That's a
And you told me that.
no. Yeah,
I remember that exact phone call.
that's a no go for
It
me.
was
But
exactly,
shut up.
oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know what you.
I was going to say the exact date it was, but I was just joking. And then I was told to shut up.
Oh, I thought you was gonna add more
Oh, no.
details to that.
No.
Okay.
Well, like you said, knowing your having kids is a super serious, it's nothing to be taken lightly.
Mhm.
And like you said, they can come, you can see a whole different side of them when you have a child. But that's why it's even more important though, because people can hide who they are, well into y'all, dating and even after marriage too.
Those people, some people don't show their true self until like sometimes the day after you get married.
Yeah, because they know they've got you locked in,
Yeah.
and
You
then
say,
you're
"Oh
just
well,
like,
you definitely not getting away." So watch this.
yeah, mask off. So yeah, that's why it's super super duper important to know your person that you're with beforehand, so that you know that hopefully when you have children they won't change, or
I always say that.
people can hide who, I think we were saying like people can hide who they are, and you were saying like even after marriage it's not until then that they take their mask off.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
that's
was, yeah, I was gonna say that. People, even though it's hard to tell because you have rose-colored glasses on, it's always good to just try and find those little cracks because people are not. It's like people are gonna.
put their best foot forward.
Yeah, but also they're gonna start cracking a little bit because you're getting used to that person, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And so like now they're a part of your daily routine. So now you're gonna be like, okay, well, like now I'm comfortable around you.
And they're gonna
So
let their guard down.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then you were like, Cause like I hate when you don't find out or like you see stuff in people after you like talk to that person.
And you're like, ew, why did I ever like them?
Yeah, not even that, because just want to say we're not talking about anybody, but yeah. What was I saying? No, when you not even break up, but like, yeah, if you break up with them, or
Or y'all were just like, hey, we don't want to take this any further.
yeah, I'll just say like just break up with
Okay,
them.
yeah.
When you break up with them, then you start looking at all the stuff that they were now, because now you're like not blinded anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Vine, not Vine. You know that TikTok where he's like, "Come to find out." Oh wait, not come to find out. I said, "Now that I'm really looking at him, he is kind of ugly." Have you seen that TikTok?
I think so.
But no, I was not even like being like ugly, of course, but like just like you're seeing stuff and you're just like, I ain't see that. I ain't see that until now. So it's like, maybe I dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Again, we're not talking about anybody. Just want to preface that. Not talking about anybody.
Of
Stop doing that because I had to edit
no,
all that
you
out.
don't. You don't. You can keep
God.
that part, this last part in. But dang, what was I about to say? Oh, I think a lot of people um look, I know you said we're not judging people, but it is frustrating. And I wouldn't say I'm judging people, but it is frustrating when people will, go into a relationship or a situationship or just a casual hookup, um, and they just go into it, physically, basically, just to have fun, whatever. And then you do end up pregnant, and your lack of responsibility and being an adult winds up in an innocent person possibly being brought into the world.
Mm-hmm.
And you just were trying to have a night of fun. And now this person you don't know, you're going to be connected to forever.
Mm.
And the child might possibly suffer because of that. Because, maybe a lot of people, I think, do try and make a situation like that work, but then they are two totally different people. And it's like, oh, these two people weren't meant to have kids together, but now you do. So you have to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what really frustrates me when, that's what happens when you don't know your person, when you are careless like that. And it is sad though, because even people who are super careful when, choosing someone to date and then marrying them, that person can, flip a switch, like Alan said. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's just giving it time, trying to find those cracks, and not necessarily finding them, but
Looking out for them.
yeah, looking out for them, recognizing them, and not trying to, be like, oh, well, they're just, like this today.
Try
Like,
to give an excuse for them.
yeah, basically, like, see it for what it is, be realistic, and take it into account if this is if you can deal with this in a person, because not everyone's going to be 100%, obviously. We're imperfect or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard before, you just basically have to choose what you're going to put up with. And some things, I don't want to put up with anything big. I think it'd want to be, they don't have to put up with, I've been told I snore. I do not think so. Hopefully it's a light, cute snore. I will never know, but hopefully that person can put up with that, and that's not something, a deal breaker to them, basically. Um, but yeah, as for me, I have always said that I'd always say I didn't want kids, but now I am kind of, if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I think I am more toward not having children, but only because of like what a big responsibility it is. And we'll talk more about it. And just the way, every parent grows up, or like we're growing up, and everyone has said, I don't want my kid to have to go through what I went through when I grew up. And I think that's a fear of mine. So me, I want to be, well, I guess we can go into the next point, being financially, mentally, emotionally, and physically able to take care of a child, because it is I'm not a parent, and I get stressed out looking at parents, and I don't see how some of them do it, especially when they have like 3 or 5 kids, which does sound wonderful, but I'm sure as great as great as it is to them, because every parent says, I want to change this for the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure there are some really big struggles that they have to go through. And like me growing up, I was not in the best financial situation. My parents weren't together, unfortunately. And I think that has affected me and other, millions of kids out there who grew up in would you call it a divided or a
A single
non-traditional?
single
Oh,
parent
yeah,
household.
idiot. Yeah, I'm sorry. Not you, idiot, me, idiot.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
you wasn't talking about me.
Yeah. I never. But yeah, growing up in a single parent household, it was hard. And like I said, how I react to some things today and how my like sister does, it could be the result of not having a dad in our life. And then, mental health issues runs in the family. So not, having that stability either. It really affected us. And I think that's why it makes me so reserved to have kids.
Yeah.
And if I do have them, we've got to have X, Y, and Z. Like these are non-negotiables. We have to, especially as I think just especially the financial part,
Yeah.
But what I think it was me and Antonique were talking about it. She was saying how like financially, she was talking to one of her friends, and uh, they said you're looking at it as you're going in this alone, like you're going to be a single parent.
Yeah.
And I
And
was
that's
like,
you shouldn't
yeah,
think like that.
yeah. Well, I think it's just because like I can barely take care of myself on my own.
Hmm.
Like it's a struggle, it's discipline. So then you add a little person in the mix that money's gonna have to go toward too. But
That's
yeah,
why you marry rich.
I know we're getting there. But yeah, that she made that such
She's
a
been talking to a millionaire lately.
we're gonna be taken care of.
Just us two. Nobody else.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a really nice point that she brought out, that person had brought
Yeah,
out,
that was a
that
good
you're
point. Yeah.
looking at it as a one, and that because that's what I came from, at least.
Even
So
even yeah, even if like that's what you came from, but you're looking at it right. Also, we're looking at it right now,
yeah.
and we don't have a person, so therefore we're kind of thinking of it as we're alone in this because
Mhm.
we're alone right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but that kind of, made it comforting. And also, obviously if I found a person who
I'm listening.
okay, sorry. If I found a person who had my same, ideas,
Isms.
yeah, isms about children and being, financially ready and all that stuff, then I would be so much more open to having children. Another thing I think about being, emotionally, sadly, again, kids have kids, and so I hate it when parents, I mean, again, we're not perfect, kids can get on your nerves, but I hate it when, there we go, got it out. Okay, just make sure. I'm sorry. I love you. I hate it when I see parents just screaming at their kids, like screaming at them to go pick up your toys or don't do this, don't do that.
Or arguing with the kids because it's just like you know that you're the parent, right? If they don't want to
Yeah.
listen to you, just be like, "Oh, well, I said what I said."
Yeah. It really breaks my heart. And I will say, like, she's my cousin, but I think Kelsey is such a great mom.
Yes, when we talk about these people, we are not talking about Kelsey because
Yeah.
bloop, this white woman right here, white woman of the week.
White Woman of the Week.
We love her. No, she's such, but when, Kelsey, I just can't brag on her enough. She really is a good mother to Zoe. I would want to
And
call,
here she, I just can't
yeah,
imagine.
imagine. But I would like to say how she parents Zoe was kind of like gentle parenting. Now she will occasionally like pop her and discipline her, but for the most part, and ever since Zoe was little, like 1 years old, if Zoe like throws a fit or gets upset, Kelsey goes, take a breath. What's wrong? Like Kelsey is so good with communicating with her.
Yeah, because
And
Zoe, you can see it in Zoe because Zoe communicates how she's feeling.
oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
like
oh yeah, she'll let you know.
she was like, "Can you stop saying I'm 75? I don't like
Yeah. Mhm. Or
that."
Zoe'll be like, I'm tired, mom, let's go to bed. So and it like I said, it shows, if
Yeah,
the parent clearly communicates with the child and doesn't like baby, not saying that baby talk is bad, but that clear communication will help the child to clearly communicate as well.
yeah. Because Zoe doesn't even sound like a baby when she talks.
No, not at
She
all.
just
And she's 3. She's
yeah.
so smart for it.
That's an educated mixed breed right
It
there.
oh, not breed.
Well, you are
Okay.
too.
Oh, okay, thanks.
You're
Um,
welcome. Question
but
mark.
anyway, but yeah, she's so smart, and it is all thanks to Kelsey, and then the grandparents for helping as well,
The
and
grandparents.
the grandparents. What my great aunt and uncle, her grandparents, but also whenever Zoe does act up, Kelsey again is calm to her, does not yell at her. Again, sometimes yes, we get frustrated children, so there might be a little like whatever.
Parents aren't perfect.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not like we're
Hmm.
saying that. Oh, you can't mess up. Obviously, because who the heck are we
Yeah.
at the end of the day?
Hmm.
But it's just like obviously, kids gonna get on your
Hmm.
nerves. Everyone gets on your nerves, and something happens, and you be like, "Dang, I shouldn't have done that." As
Yeah.
long as I feel like as long as you know how to apologize too,
Yes.
because sometimes parents
Will never admit they're wrong.
they don't they won't admit that they're wrong, or they won't apologize, or they'll do a half apology, like saying
Hmm.
like they'll say
I'm sorry, but you made me do this or
Yeah,
something. You made me act that way.
or also just saying this is from somebody, I won't name their names, but from what their parent has told them, like it's just like it's like if I said something, I'm sorry. It's
Oh,
like you
that's
don't need to. It's like
horrible.
you don't need to
Don't
add
even
the if.
apologize to me because you're just
That's not an apology
no, you're
because
just yeah.
because even how I am, I personally, I know this is wrong sometimes, so I'm kind of working on it. If I can't
Kind of
give you a
working on it. I
natural
love it.
apology, I'm not gonna apologize to you. If I don't feel bad and I can't, and you can't explain to me like what I did was wrong,
Hmm.
and I can't give you a genuine apology, I won't do it because I don't want to give you a fake one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because then I look fake. I look
Mhm.
way faker for saying I'm sorry for something that I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Mhm. And
That's how it come off too, and I'm just like, I don't want that to be like that, and I don't want me to do that to my kids. So that's why I'm working on that too. So,
here's to Alan's future children.
but
You'll be a
also,
great man.
but also, I want my kids to, like you said, I want to communicate with my kids like that. I don't want to. If I don't think I'm gonna I wouldn't whip my kids, but because like there's other ways, there's other forms of
Punishment.
punishment
Hmm.
than whoop. I feel like whooping. If you're gonna whoop your kid, that has to be like the last option
Yeah.
because like it's just like knowing your kid. That's really like how you can get them because like if they love something so much, easily just take it away from them,
Hmm.
and then they'll understand and explain this. You have to explain why
Yes.
they're being punished.
Not because I said
Yeah,
so.
because
That's not an answer.
kids naturally
Want to know.
they're like
Hmm.
why or that sometimes they get into a why like a why repeat. I
Hmm.
saw something that said like you can stop your kids from doing that because sometimes it's like it's good to like ask questions, but like sometimes that's just a little too much.
Hmm.
But
But I think all that, what you said about discipline and stuff boils back to you having to be emotionally mature yourself
yeah,
in order to handle. Because I think, I don't know if it was, I was watching Kelsey and she said it, or if I just saw it somewhere, but it said that, you're a grown person having to handle little little people feelings, but
oh,
they
that's
can be
offensive. Little people, I'm just kidding.
children, babies, feelings that can be just as strong and big as yours.
Yeah,
So I think that takes a lot of emotional regulation on the parent's part, mom or dad, in order to, correctly and to the proper degree, discipline, talk to them, train them, teach them. And again, that's another reason why I admire Kelsey, because very rarely do I ever hear her unnecessarily, not unnecessarily, but I very rarely hear her yell at Zoe.
yeah,
But she's mostly getting on her level, talking to her, doing things with her, and especially like wholesome things like reading the books. And she watches Miss Rachel and Bluey, and she really does. I think not only her, but again the family too, the grandparents and everything, make life enjoyable and wholesome, for Zoe. So I think, you know, her being basically a single parent, she's doing a phenomenal job. And like, honestly, if I ever have kids, I'll kind of want to, not kind of, I do want to be able to be like her, especially in that emotional state, because I also did not have the um emotional stability that a two-parent household has,
yeah,
and not even two, because I just had a one-parent household. So that wasn't there for me, and again, that can affect kids so horribly. So I just really, I just wanted to brag on her. I'm sorry,
yeah.
because she's a really wonderful
She
mom.
is a
Love
wonderful mom.
you.
It's and then like when you was going back to you saying like kids have the big emotions too.
Hmm.
They're not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Majority of the time, their emotions are over small things.
Yeah,
So like
playing, not sharing, and
yes.
sorry, go
So
ahead.
like so like for us, obviously it's just like "Ugh, you silly goose. This isn't
Yeah,
nothing. But for them, this is just like basically the end of the world.
I have a
So
story for
like
that.
so like you have to, at the end of the day, even though it's not like that big of a deal for you, it is for them. So
Yeah.
you have to express that to them
Hmm.
how it's not a big deal in a good way. But then also, I didn't want to say that you could get to your
I
story.
just don't want to forget it.
You've been talking for a good minute.
Okay, go ahead.
But I do want to talk about like having that having that mental stability for your kids and
Hmm.
everything. Just I would say that I keep on trying to say it, but I was like don't say it for some reason because I such it don't matter. But just like for me, I want me and my person to go to therapy
Hmm.
and to get everything done. Get everything done. Like couples therapy, but then also even if like nothing's going on, just it's always good to like have that just to, like see what we can be doing if we because we might see something. If the person might see something in me that I don't see.
Hmm.
And if she sees something, if she noticed I've been doing something crazy and doesn't want to say that to me, if we sat in like in therapy, it'd be like, dang, I didn't know you was thinking about that.
Hmm.
So like it's not like anything bad, but then also like couples therapy, but also separate therapy for yourself. Just and like I would say like mention that you want to have kids and you want to be prepared for that. So you want to see what's wrong with you because you don't want to bring
Your
what you
baggage.
your baggage down to that kid and then that kid
Hmm.
just it's just basically a loop because
Hmm.
kids majority of the time kids come out like a as a loop if you don't fix yourself.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. Well, I
but
think.
that's
I'm sorry.
you
Go
want to
ahead.
go do you want to get to that story or do you want to
Okay, let me say the story. So about kids being dramatic. So Zoe is kind of she's better now, but she kind of was sick, and it was so Kelsey was doing this like nasal rinse or whatever, and I heard Zoe. They were in the back bedroom. Zoe was screaming like she was dying, like she's being murdered. She was like, "No, no, no!" And Kelsey was just trying to do the nasal spray for her, and Kelsey goes, "Quit being dramatic." And honestly, I was in here, even though Zoe was probably like crying her eyes out. It was hilarious to listen to because I know she was just being dramatic. And then finally, Kelsey was able to do it, and Zoe comes walking down the hall. She goes, "Ah." Ah. It was so funny. And Kelsey comes out and she goes, "Can you breathe through your nose now?" She goes, "Uh-huh." And she goes, "See? No, that wasn't that bad, was it?" And it was the funniest thing ever. And then she was still not feeling good, so Kelsey picked her up and patted her on the back and everything. And it was so funny. But kids are dramatic sometimes. Oh dang it. What did you say? That was the last thing we left off on because I was gonna piggyback off of something you just said.
I was talking I
Oh,
was
therapy. That's
yeah
right. Well, also too, hopefully, I mean that is wonderful. Like you said, if it doesn't stop with you, it is just going to repeat. Hopefully, though, y'all could, you know, be comfortable enough to because you'll call someone out on anything. You will. You'll say your peace of mind and then you're done with it. So hopefully, y'all would be able to just, be like, "Hey, I've noticed this. Do you think we should, work on it, or maybe I think you should work on it and then go to therapy, maybe."
yeah but it's still like I think like because for me, I feel like I don't really need therapy. But then also, if I go to therapy and I keep talking, then
Something's gonna.
they're gonna get me good, and I'll be like, oh dang, I didn't even know that was
Mhm.
going on with
True.
me. So like, I feel
Hmm.
like if you even if your relationship is to y'all and everyone else that is like perfect,
Hmm.
you can go to therapy and they can be like, yeah,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's always best to pick your therapist. I'm up here acting like I have a therapist, y'all. I ain't got none.
I'm in
But
search still.
but just in general, it's just you pick the right uh therapist because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, a little Reddit podcast, and the therapist will like pick a side sometimes,
Mhm.
or they will try to get with the person, so they like try to
It's
persuade that
crazy.
person. So
Yeah.
like it's always best to pick up on that too, and then I'll, and also just pick the right person. So
I think, again, I'm not a parent, but I do think probably
we have to
being
say that a lot. We are not
yeah. Yeah,
parents.
we're not parents, we don't have children yet, I guess. As of now, there is no children. But I will say I do
Her
think
millionaire
yeah.
boyfriend she got.
Yeah. Um but I will say that I think parenthood is a beautiful process. Again, every parent that I've talked to, and even my mother said it was terrible, it was hard, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't give up my kids for the world. And I love that for them. Um no, I lost my train of thought. I
Oh, I
was
thought
saying
you was about to
something.
cry.
No, 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 no. Fake tears. No, it's being a parent is a beautiful process, but I will say I think when people become parents, it takes over. I've heard of, women having kids and that's their whole life now. I mean, and it is when you become a parent, it is your whole life. Your life is not about you anymore. Your wants and needs go second to your kids,
Yeah,
as it should be. Um, but like one time I heard this, maybe it was a Reddit story. A husband was complaining about his wife. He goes, all she wants is the kids. When I want to spend alone time with her, she goes, oh, let's bring the kids and stuff. So, I mean,
yeah.
I
That
think you
is,
have to be prepared for that if that is to happen. Or, well, I guess it's also, try not to repeat those words. It's also good to have balance in your relationship when you do have
yeah.
kids, so
That's what
that
I was just about to say.
so
That.
that being a mom or dad, a parent, doesn't take over your whole entire life. But I will say I think that's another good reason why it's better to have. I was talking with Brie about this Friday. I feel like our friend group, we're gonna be, and I really do think it's beautiful when I say this. I feel like we are gonna end up having, like, being married and then having kids like in our 30s.
I
Like,
think so too, because I was just like, I don't think I want a kid in my 20s. I
yeah.
want to live my life. Ooh, hey. No, because I'm only 25. So, like, it's just like, if I had a kid right now,
Mhm.
I'm just like, hey, I'm missing out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, if you have a kid right now, it doesn't mean your life is over. You just have, like, a new addition. But your life is going to completely change.
Mhm.
But it's like you can find that balance into.
Well, sadly, I think some people can't. Some
Yeah.
people don't, because honestly, I if Kelsey didn't have Auntie Uncle Albert, I don't know what she would do. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe I should stop using her
Where
as an
aren't you?
example.
I was about to say, but where are you in this scenario? You just like disappeared.
That's true. Yeah, I am kind of the stepdad. Um. Anyway, but I don't know. There's a lot of people, if they don't have help, which a lot of people don't,
Yeah,
who just have kids willy nilly for one night of fun. I'm not trying
you
to be
love
judge.
that.
I
You
know.
love that
I'm
saying.
I'm not trying to be
One night of
judgmental,
fun.
but I just get irritated because anyway. But yeah, it's hard if you do not have help. Childcare is so expensive, and
Hmm.
even if you do send your child to a daycare or something, I would worry, are they going to be abused? That's why a lot of people, like, that's why Nana Pop watch Zoe,
So yeah,
to leave them with family. I mean, you really can't trust anyone nowadays. But my train of thought is horrible right now. I am losing it as I'm
right
talking.
now,
Yes, hold on. Got it back. We are back on track. Train.
no,
Anyway,
keep going.
sorry. So I was saying that to say, oh my god, it left. Shh,
See,
one
that's
minute.
because you did that
Shh.
lame
I
joke.
know it's terrible. Hold on. Okay, that is why I was talking about having children young as opposed to being older. A lot of people that I went to school with have kids now,
Hmm.
and I hate it because I feel like if the pro of having kids when you're younger is you have the energy to raise them, but the con is you don't know yourself. When I feel like when we graduate high school, we're 18, 19 years old, we're still kids.
Hmm.
We have no idea about the scope of life and all that it can, bring us.
Yeah,
Like, I've traveled the world or something. I haven't,
but
but my eyes are way more open now than they were when I was 19 years old.
yeah, and
And I'm not done. Let me finish because I will lose this thought. I'm so
go
sorry.
ahead.
so so yeah, so
You're
that
not
is
done.
so that is the con of having kids when you are younger.
Go ahead, keep going, keep
Sorry.
going.
But if you were to have them when you're older, I feel like, and spend your 20s, like I was saying, spend your 20s with your friends, getting to know yourself, living by yourself, doing things that you want to do, putting yourself first, and really knowing what taking that time to grow and settle into who you're going to be.
Yeah,
Because when you're younger, and I feel like a lot of people do this, they get married. Again, no, like, shame if this is what you do, but I feel like people who get married like super young, like 19, straight out of high school,
like
19,
high
20,
school sweethearts.
yeah, high school sweethearts, or you meet someone and you're married by like anywhere from 19 to 21, y'all get married, and not even if you necessarily start a family, but even if you start a family or if you don't, you're going to change. You're going to definitely change, and I feel like obviously having a child, you're going to develop into a different person.
Yeah.
So maybe when you do get married young and then you have a kid and then y'all get older together, y'all might grow apart because y'all were changing into different people, as opposed to if you were to wait when you get older and you've again settled into who you're going to be, then it's easier.
Yeah.
And you can, and also as you're older, you might not have the energy that you did when you were in your 20s, but you might be more stable financially, mentally, and emotionally.
Hmm.
You're ready to find that person and who they're going to be, and then you're able to pick the right person and then bring up a kid in a healthy environment.
Yeah.
Thank God I
I
got that out.
that's
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
God bless you got that out, bro. But
You
yes, I
know,
remember. Um and not just saying that that can't work for people, because people, it has been a lot of people who are high school sweethearts, and they are still running to this day, and like, I would say that times are different too, because like people way back in the day used to get married when they was like 16
yeah.
and stuff, and I'm just like, that's crazy, but
One of
like but that was just the norm back then, and then now it's just like times times have really changed to the point where we're not even like, why would I want to get married right now in
mhm.
my prime, or like prime,
Mhm.
because like for me, not saying I never like fiend. That's crazy. I never fiend for a relationship, but I'd never been like opposed to one either.
Mhm.
But like it was like, at one point where I was just like, God, like I would like to like
Be
be
with
in one.
someone. Mhm.
Yeah. But now I'm 25, and remember the first episode when I said I'm understanding? I'm understanding, y'all. We caught it on the pod. But no, I'm at a point now where it's just like I don't need anyone right now. I need to know myself.
Mhm.
So like
Mhm.
that's in the right direction before I even like try and get into a relationship and try to have kids. Because if I was in a relationship right now, I don't even know if I would I be doing it for me, or would I just be
Being
doing
one to
it?
be in one.
Yeah, I feel like I would be doing it just to be in a relationship, and that's not fair to the other person.
Mm-mm.
So I rather be alone and let that find me when I come to it, when I know I'm ready.
Mhm.
You know,
I
because
feel
like I feel like when you I always say this for myself. I'm not speaking for anyone else. We have to like put so many disclaimers in here. But like for me, I want to move into my own apartment before I get into a relationship. I don't want to
you'll love it.
hop out of my grandma's house right into another house with basically another roommate.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
because like it's just like I've never had
Your own space.
yeah, I never had my own space or my own, like, I never had a time to be by myself and know who I am,
Mhm.
like personally, and just like have that alone time to be able to do any of that stuff. Because like I feel like just hopping from your parents to a relationship, it's just like you're finding yourself with that person, but you're not finding yourself by yourself.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it's just like, and stuff like that, it's like how are you gonna be able to bring in a person if you don't even know yourself that well, you know?
Point, because living, finding yourself, being living by yourself is just awesome. It's just a whole another type of freedom that I don't think you'll ever experience probably obviously any time else in your life. And not necessarily saying that like, I think if, like me, for example, if I grew up in a traditional household with a mother and dad, so my dad is, my head, I answer to him.
Yeah.
So it probably, if I, moved from his house immediately to my husband's house, then I really wouldn't have that issue. No, sorry. I really wouldn't have that issue. Stop, tell her to come up. I really wouldn't have that issue of having a head over me. Now, I will say the only issue me being single and have been on my own and kind of been on my own at a very young age and making like big decisions is when I do get ahead, I might have trouble submitting to that headship,
Yeah,
just a little
because
bit.
it's hard for you to do it now, and you don't even have a head over
Yeah. Just some I just,
you.
again, we're working on it obviously, because some things like that I just think now is like, why would I have to tell him if I'm going to go out with Brie?
Yeah.
Why do I have to tell? What? Not necessarily tell. Well, tell and
For me,
ask for
for
permission.
me personally,
I
even
don't think not necessarily asking for permission, but anyway.
even for me, I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's what I would if like my wife.
Hmm.
I was just like, okay, have fun. I
Yeah.
think that was not. It's nice that you told me, but like, I'm not about to be like, no, unless we have like plans already. I'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
we already
Yeah.
got plans,
Yeah.
so we
Exactly.
can't do that.
Exactly. But yeah, it's just a you know sobering
Thought.
thought. Yeah. Not on there's just so much to prepare for. Um and going back to, again, your whole life isn't over if you have kids at a young age, at an older age. But again, I just do think that unless there's that balance, that it will take over. You're just going to become a parent,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
and again, not necessarily a bad thing, because some people, like, um I work with a girl, and she's like, I knew from a right at a young age that I wanted to have a family and I wanted kids. And I do love that certainty for some people, because it is scary being uncertain, because you either do it too early or you wait too late. So it's nice if you have that certainty that you definitely know you want kids. But I think because of he doesn't have trauma apparently, but my trauma growing up, because you said that already, you're like, I don't have trauma. Anyway,
I didn't say that. I said that I don't think I need to go to therapy. I never said I didn't have trauma,
excuse me, we are corrected.
but I
I am
never said I
corrected.
do have trauma. If I do, that's why I need to go to therapy to see if I have trauma.
That's true. Well, I
She
definitely
didn't pay
know.
attention.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I know, like, me having trauma from when I grew up. I don't even know why I said that. My thoughts just went again. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'll go back to something I said before. I was saying something about I don't remember.
What is wrong? It's the coffee. Starbucks gives out. Moving on to, I think we've covered really nicely
We covered almost
a lot.
all of the topics. I did what I did want to say a couple of things.
Okay, I'll let you.
Because I don't want it to like run long.
Hmm. Oh, it's going to.
Yeah, with the editing stuff, it probably won't. But this probably be one of our shorter ones in the past like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But no, just I want to get into the finance real quick, and then it was one thing we said something, and then like now, oh yes, um, when we talked about people being high school sweethearts and getting married so young and not knowing each other first and everything.
Imagine we say it because we're jealous. Okay, not funny.
But I chuckled.
Okay,
I just
chuckle,
had
but not.
I had a weird look on my face though.
Okay,
I don't know why I had that face.
it's okay.
But no, I'll say that some people, not always high school sweethearts, but like some people have kids to save their marriage.
Yes.
And so like
Terrible decision.
yeah, and so like it doesn't it
Or to keep that man from staying, to keep him to
from
stay,
saying
not from, to keep him, to
keep
keep him.
him, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mm-mm-mm. No, girl, he won't stay.
and then yeah, it's never good, obviously, because you're bringing a child into the world to save your marriage. So it's selfish
Yes.
because you're not doing it because you want a kid. You're doing it because you're trying to keep the other person to like have that person to stay, or either not like coming to grips and like talking to people about it, like getting the help that you need to
Mm-hmm.
try and save your marriage. You're like, oh, the next best option is obviously to have a kid. Like, let's bring a kid in the world, and that's
That'll bring us
obviously gonna,
closer.
yeah. And then like
No.
I feel like that will bring more stress to you because now
It
now like you're arguing even more because now you're like, oh, it was my turn to feed the baby. Now it's your turn. Oh, I was up last night.
Yeah, the
Now it's your
hormonal
turn.
changes that a woman goes through
Yeah,
during, growing a human
and if
is
you didn't like it, and
insane.
if you didn't like your wife before, what makes you think you gonna like her during that
No.
time?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
So
Oh, worst fear of having a child though is getting pregnancy nose. That stuff is no joke. So, and sometimes it's another thing too. If my back is sore during that time of the month, if it's really sore, how sore is it going to be when when a 30-pound bowling ball?
30 pound.
I don't know. However much weight my belly. Sometimes I want to ask pregnant women, do they feel like tipping
Pregnant woman,
over a pregnant woman? Do they feel
women,
like anyone, a pregnant? I don't even want to say person, but a
a
pregnant.
pregnant person.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
actually inclusive. Say that pregnant person.
we're not inclusive though.
You're not inclusive.
Okay. Anyway, um, a pregnant woman, if she feels like she wants to tip over during pregnancy, especially because some of those bellies get big, especially if you're growing twins or triplets or something, like that's
Mhm.
crazy. But like no, sometimes just my time of the month symptoms, I'm like, oh no, a child is not gonna happen here, like at all, because it's just so miserable. But again, every woman that's had a baby, they'll have their baby and they'll say it was all worth it when I held the little angel in my arms, and stuff like that. So maybe I'll now I will say, now look, and this is probably just me, it usually is, but I think babies when they're born, they are ugly. Period. I have never seen a newborn fresh out the womb that is cute and looks just like his dad.
I don't think
Don't see
I
it.
don't think that's gonna like. Of course, something's gonna be ugly if it had all that stuff on it.
It's a fresh raisin.
That's why fresh raisin.
It
No,
is.
but like also, it's just like it's not your kid. You don't know. You don't know how it's gonna be when you have your
I
kid.
honestly think I might think my kid is. I hope, I don't know.
You're like, oh god, I hope this isn't ugly.
I'm gonna hope not, but I think I'll hopefully be realistic when he comes out. And obviously, and usually, and that's just me though. I've always thought newborn babies are ugly, and they usually don't start looking like the mom or dad until like a couple of months later,
Yeah,
and then I can kind of cotton up to them a little bit, just a little bit.
yeah. You shouldn't have
I also
kids.
have no. I have imaginary beef with a lot of children. That is another thing I do, because like Zoe, me and that kid, there's videos. But she knows what she was doing, though. She did. Don't tell me she didn't.
She loved that child so long and will just act like she doesn't love her.
I'll say this one story, and I'm never saying it again.
This is your
Um.
second story about Zoe.
Anyway, well, this is one I
Your
did.
third story, actually.
Anyway,
That shows you how
so
much she loves this child.
the other day, and I don't think I told. No, I think I did tell you this. The other day, I called her in the kitchen. Kelsey was like in her room, and I was like, Zoe, come here. I was like, I gotta tell you something. So she came in the kitchen. And I bent down and I whispered in her ear. I was like, I love you. She just looks at me and walks away. And Kelsey goes, oh, did you tell her you love her? And I said, no. And then I went, she didn't say it back. But she didn't. So I'm never saying it
She said,
again.
okay.
Yeah, I know. Selfish. Ungrateful. But no, that kid pushed me when she knew exactly what she was doing. I know that kid knew. One time I was filming her, and as soon as
Fourth
she saw,
story, by the way.
yeah, as soon as she saw me filming, she made eye contact. She stopped what she was doing. The kid's smart. Don't tell me they don't know what they're doing. That's all I'm saying. So she knows. But yeah. But I guess we kind of also covered like having kids for the right reasons,
Yeah,
pretty well,
yeah.
not having them willy-nilly, but having it because, I will say too, it's a privilege to be able to have your own kids because I
Mm.
know a lot of people, I don't
Can't
know.
have kids.
Yeah, I've heard that there's a lot of women that struggle with infertility and they want to have their own kids, and then when they don't, they then pursue the adoption route.
Yeah,
But I think every woman wants that ability to have their
their
own
own kid.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah. Me, I'm kind of
jinx.
like, I don't have a super huge opinion on that because I know that there's, so many kids in
That
the,
need a home.
yeah, in the foster system. So I could see myself, doing that, possibly, but then also, yeah, having my own kids.
I would adopt. I don't even. I don't know. And it's not even like it doesn't even have to be a baby. It can be a
Oh.
it can be a preteen.
Mhm.
It's just
Oops.
someone I like. Yeah, that's a terrible time. But
Mhm.
like also, if I'm like connecting with that kid,
Mhm.
it's like I'm obviously gonna take the time to like get with this person, you know. And then like also, it's like getting a terrible analogy, but like it'll make sense. It's like getting a shelter dog because also like
Oh, that
shelter.
is a horrible
Okay, but like
analogy.
listen, because they've been in the system for so long. Obviously, they're not gonna just warm up to anybody,
Yeah.
and of course,
Mhm.
like if they're not gonna, if
They
they've
may have
been
been
to a home,
returned.
yeah, if they've been to a home and then they didn't want them anymore. Obviously, that's gonna mess them up. So, like,
Yeah.
obviously, like with a shelter dog, you have to earn their trust, and so like I would like to earn my trust with that kid too.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you can earn trust and love the kid all you want, but if you're not financially able to raise that kid, like I did that segue, you're this is the last topic that we're gonna get on. But
Yeah.
like if you're not financially able to take care of that kid,
Financially, emotionally, mentally.
we already covered that. We're just talking about financially
Okay,
now.
sorry.
But
Emphasizing.
but like not being able to financially take care of a kid, I don't know. Like I see parents and don't, obviously another disclaimer, don't think that like I'm judging you because you don't have the money for a kid. You brought a kid in the world. Like it was an accident. You brought the kid in the world. Now you have to take care of it. You don't have the funds for it, but you're doing the best you can do. That's
Mhm.
all. That's all you can do. As long as you're doing something.
Yeah. You're
But
trying your
also,
best.
yeah. But it's also some people, like when they don't have the financial, um, like the finances to take care of a kid, they let that kid grow up. They grew up from nothing. That kid might grow up and now they have stuff, and now their parents are basically, or like they'll raise them up to be like, oh, once you get money you'll take care of me
Mhm.
because of the little that I did to raise you. Because like you said, you saw how much, and not even saying like if if my parents were struggling and I saw how hard they worked to take care of me, because it's for me, I had, like, for me when I was little, I didn't have, it wasn't like, we wasn't, well, obviously we wasn't rich or anything, but like if I wanted something I had it. Not like trying to say I was spoiled. A little bit I was spoiled, but
So you weren't you
yeah, I
were
was comfortable.
yeah.
I was comfortable for my means,
I
but
love that for you.
I didn't, but like I didn't, like my little brain, I don't know like how hard my folks had to work,
Mhm. To get
because
that.
like when my granddad was living, he, um, like I would cry to go to McDonald's all the time, and so like, why are you laughing?
Sorry. McDonald's was a treat for us. Go
Huh?
ahead. I said McDonald's was a treat for us.
Are we like? Are you trying to compare right now?
No,
Don't do
go ahead.
this. Don't do that. I don't want to say it
No, I'm sorry. Go
anymore.
ahead.
Okay, but no, my granddad would, like I would cry for McDonald's all the time. Like I said, I was spoiled, but like my granddad would, he'll say no, and then he'll cave, and then like
Mhm.
he'll go get it from me. And my granddad, like from when my mama and them have, they told my stories about my granddad. My granddad was not low. He wasn't no soft belly, no
But you
yellow
made
belly.
his bellies. Oh,
Yeah, like when I came in, he was like, okay,
were
come
you the first
on.
grandson or something?
No,
No. Okay.
mm-mm.
Oh, he should have a
I
special
wasn't a.
place.
I was the baby
Oh.
grandson,
Mhm.
and then since I'm in Birmingham, I was around all of my aunties and uncles.
So you're the favorite.
No, I won't say that.
Okay, I will. He's the favorite
Stop saying
in
stuff
all
like
our
this.
lives.
No, ill, gross. Anyway, no, but yeah, like stuff like that. Like I didn't know how my granddad, like, sorry, my granddad was a working man. That was a working man. So like it's just like stuff like that. I don't know how hard he worked. And
Mhm.
then also they had 6 kids before, like
Mm.
before the grandchildren came into play. So like And you see our house. That's the house they were living in,
Oh,
raising
really?
6 kids.
Oh, wow.
And you see how my folks came out. They're good. They're good. So like, cause like my mom is a baby, and my grandma had her when she was in her 40s, too.
Mm.
So, so yeah. So like, that's also going back. It's like, even if you have kids in your older years, it might be like a struggle because you're older,
Mm.
but it's not saying that you can't get it done. Because
Yeah.
as my grandma was a soul sister. Wait, I didn't have a song.
Hey, sister, love, sister.
Flow
I
sister.
don't know. Is that how it goes?
Hey sister, go sister.
Go, sister. I was close. I was close.
No, but what was I saying? Where did I go with that? Oh, just say how hard they work
Mm-hmm.
and stuff for me, cause like, cause even like for my aunts and uncles, even like my mom, she used to work uh she used to work a lot like nights and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So like doing like nights into coming home, cause like she had to deal with me and Ming. Now that was something.
Oh
She
my
was,
gosh.
because I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be funny. Just sorry to say this, Ryan, but the second child is always the worst,
Mm.
and Mimi was way worse than me because I ain't get whoopings like that,
Oh.
but that one did because she didn't know how to listen.
Mm.
So yeah, that was all her. So like just dealing with that, coming home from work late at night, and being on her feet all day because she used to do hair all the time. That's just you know it's like you don't think about that stuff until you're older. Even with Tina, bring her up again. Even with
Oh,
like Tina,
Tina.
it's like um and it's not just me, like any of her nieces and nephews, she treat us like we're her own kids because she doesn't have kids of her own, but like that's basically a second mom to us.
Hmm.
So like all of like
Love you, Tina.
any
You raised a
anything
good man.
anything that like we wanted, like she always be like, okay, like let me get you something,
Aw.
because like not even trying to like
I want to
randomly
become one of her kids.
one day she just texted me and said I was proud. It said saying how proud she was of me, and she just wanted to pay my car note. I said, "Hey, I'm not gonna turn that down." And then like my cousin, he just moved into his place, and she gave him a new desk. So like
Mm.
yeah, it's like stuff like that. Even even with Pam, the aunt that I work for, like that was like if I wasn't at grandma's or like when my mom, like I was over there, because like
Mm-hmm.
even though I didn't grow up with the dad, I had Skip basically. That was my dad basically,
Mm.
and so like hanging out, like being with them, it's just more or less like a and with them, I got anything I wanted. I'm not gonna even lie, but like just to know, have them having their own business and like me growing up, not seeing how hard they had to work and stuff, just for us, just for like me, and not only me, like her kids too, like to get whatever they wanted. It's just you don't think about that stuff until later on. So I'm not saying that like it can't be done, like if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the funds. I'm just saying that um you know it's possible if you bring a kid into the world working hard and stuff. It's not if that's the cards you've been dealt and you don't have the finances for it, like, and you know how to, it's still like you do your best, like, and you raise like humble kids basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that's the it's always best to like do it that way. But like it's if you had, I keep saying like a lot, but just knowing that you're bringing a kid into this world and your finances aren't the best, but you're really not doing anything about it. Like you're
Then you're
saying
never
like,
gonna get better.
yeah, you're doing the best you're doing the best you can. You have food on the table for the kid. But if you're I say if your life was terrible, if you couldn't take care of yourself before you had the kid, why don't bring a kid into the mix? Because like
Mhm.
you can't take care of yourself. Why would you bring a kid into it?
Yeah.
Because like for me, I want another dog. I can't afford it. I can't even afford Nala like I want to. So if I can't afford Nala like that, why would I bring another dog into the mix? You know?
I can't even have an animal just because I'm too busy. Are we ready for my therapy session? I'm just kidding about my childhood. No, I mean I like what you said because basically, yes, it is encouraging to see people who have, like you said, been dealt unfortunate cards or they just made bad decisions, but they're working their butt off. It is possible to have, give your kids what you didn't,
Yeah.
and I'll say for myself, I just grew up in a very financially unstable household. I know my mom did the best she could. I know that if she could have given us the world, she would have. We didn't have a lot of help. Like when we were younger, we had my great aunt and uncle, and then both grandparents on both sides.
Mm.
Well, actually, no, not on my dad's side, just on my mom's side. But then her mom died, her dad died, then our great great grandmother died, which was her best friend.
Yeah.
And after,
It was just the cards that you've been dealt.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it was literally, just her. So I would, work for my neighbors, cleaning their dog kennels, feeding the dogs and stuff, babysitting, and I would just be like, put it toward the rent,
Mm.
to try and help her out.
But see that I'm sorry, but
Well, I know that's like, it's an adult responsibility that shouldn't have been placed on me. I'm not trying to sound mean when I say it, but that's just like how I feel about it.
that's not
And
even what
oh,
I was gonna say like a positive that like it
oh,
it shows that even though like the cards you've been dealt like was it was pretty bad.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I should have said it like
I
that.
start crying.
Right.
No, just kidding. I'm not.
No, but like the cards you've been dealt wasn't like the best. I'll say it like that. I won't
Hmm.
say because that was just off the dome.
Okay.
Like it wasn't the best, but what you but you can see like what I can see is that like Brandy did help you. It did help. Let me say Brandy, but your mom like helped you enough to.
Through trauma. I'm just kidding.
No, it's like you can see that like even though uh you wasn't you wasn't raised with a lot of money, you was raised with you know as a good person.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I
she
will.
did help because like even you saying that like okay I want to help out because you could have said you easily could have just been like well like that's your problem you got that.
I wish I had that attitude, honestly.
But like no that's a good thing though that
Well,
you
I
wanted
know.
to
I
help.
mean, I grew up with a very hard work ethic. Like I know no one can tell me that I'm not a hard worker in anything I do, and I did learn that from my mom.
See,
But I will say I mean, I guess I am resentful of having that responsibility put on me at a young age. Um,
you're looking at the negatives of
Well,
it.
no. I'm just like I'm just saying that's something I've carried into my adulthood that I'm having to deal with now, and why I am anxious sometimes about financial stuff when I shouldn't be because
Mhm.
I was anxious about it as a child and I shouldn't had to have been. So, but again, I knew if she could have given us more, she would have, and if I could give her the world and her not have to work, I would. But
You're gonna
I'm
get a
not.
call.
Never mind. um but anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I just grew up having to work extra hard, but I think that also enables me not only to work hard, but to value the things I have,
Yeah.
to try and be content also, and not. I'm surprised I haven't become a materialistic person, honestly. My dad is very materialistic, but he didn't raise me.
But
Um, I'm saying
I'm trying to
because of the fact of not growing up without a lot,
yeah.
I could have had that aspect of I'm gonna have whatever I want as an adult
Oh, okay.
and gather as much material things as possible.
Okay.
But
Yeah, because what I was gonna say, I was trying to my best to make it come out nice, but like come out better as I was thinking, but I couldn't think of
mhm.
any.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, there is a positive, but again, that's just some of the cons that comes with not knowing your person
Yeah.
and bringing kids into the world when you didn't have that right person, and the financial stability, and then things happen in your life that take away your support and stuff.
Yeah.
But here we are today better. But again, Dr. Caprera has always said, you can look at your people, whether it be your parents, siblings, and look at the consequences of their actions, and that helps you to see what you're not going to do.
Mhm.
So I mean, you know, my mom is a good lesson to see what not to do
Yeah.
with,
Oof.
as far as, I mean,
I know what you
yeah,
mean. I know what you mean.
yeah, but I look at her and she gives me good lessons, but she also gives me bad lessons to learn from, and that's one of them.
Mhm.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
sorry, mom, love you, I do.
It's it sucks though that like your life can be completely different from somebody else's.
Yeah, just
You know?
because of that, again, that's why it's important that parents bring your kids up in as as near perfect circumstances as you can. That way
Yeah.
that they don't feel like, I mean, well, honestly, I think no matter, even if I grew up in a traditional family of mom, dad, I had everything I wanted. I feel like people who grow up that way, everyone's always going to feel like they were robbed of something,
Yeah.
or that they were done wrong in this way. And that's fine. That's the human experience, I think. And it's not up to other people to minimize how you felt like you were done wrong.
Yeah.
Basically,
I
if they felt like they were done wrong in this area, then like you said, go get therapy for it, work on it, and don't let it happen in your household what you think happened to you,
yeah.
whether it be something small or minute to the other person.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Not even wanting to jump
Thank you
in.
so
You're
much.
welcome.
Um no, I don't know.
Okay.
Hold
It was
on.
a good sobering discussion, but we're
No,
not done yet.
oh no, because I think about that. Like you said that like if you would have came, it's always something that you wish that you would have got if you were in a certain
A
situation.
different situation.
Because with me, even though I had my uncle, it was like I was raised by women, and it's pretty obvious that you can tell that I was raised by women.
We love
But
that.
like it's not. It's for me personally. I don't think of it as like obviously it's not a like a bad thing because like um
You respect women.
yeah, I respect like that. I feel like I don't want to sound like, oh, I'm a performative man,
You are.
but
You're a
like,
different
no,
breed.
girl, do you not know what that means? But you
No, I
said you
guess
are a
not.
performative man.
What is it? I don't know.
You're just putting on an act.
Oh, he definitely is not putting on an act. I'm
You said
sorry.
you are.
No.
No.
This is a different breed
Okay,
here.
stop it,
No, I'm
please.
gonna gloat.
No,
Yes,
no,
yes,
no, no.
yes,
You go.
yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't even know what I was saying.
Encore for
I
Alan.
was just okay.
Man of the year.
Okay, whatever. But
Oh, my drink. It's up there. I'll get it later.
no, I just say that like I think about like, I wonder what it would be if I was raised if it was different if I was raised by my dad on my dad's side and
Mm-hmm.
raised with my brothers and stuff like that. Like, what would it look like? You know, I wouldn't
However,
be here.
oh,
I wouldn't be sitting right here. Or if
oh,
I was, I'd be a completely different person. So I don't even know. Like, and I also think that um, like my all of my um like family. I hate it. I hate this because like it feels like it's such a split from like us both. So it's like you're like, oh, I was raised like this, and I'm just like, well, my life was just so near.
sunshine and
I don't want,
rainbows.
and I
No,
know
no, no. No, I mean, I
I
will
just don't want
say,
to
I
talk
mean,
about it.
no, because I am, whenever I see people who have like great relationships with their like immediate family, and have great close relationships, they have a lot of family members that they're close with. I do get jealous. I do,
Mhm.
because I feel like I don't have that, but also I am happy that you have that.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that
Oh.
I do love that. For people who have that, and sometimes I can. Sometimes I can get irritated when I feel like my friends put me after their family, and I don't need to, but I do that because I put y'all like
First,
before my certain family, and
but it's
like,
just
even though I
how
didn't,
you was raised.
yeah, and even though I feel like I didn't grow up with the closest dynamic bond with my mom and sister, that's why I've made I think that's why I'm so attached to my friends and why I love them so much,
Yeah.
and why I will like clear my schedule, drive however far I need to for them, you know, and that's
She's basically our mama.
I feel old when you say that I'm your mother.
Jordan calls you mama all the time.
That is true.
He's like,
Jordan,
"Hey,
stop
mom,"
it.
and then
Yeah.
what did you tell me? Oh, Jordan, if you see this, this is what Jada said. Jada was like,
Oh
"I
God.
hate that." She's
Oh God.
he coughed as well. He did that. No, he was just like, she was just like, "I really don't like that Jordan calls me mom,"
Like what?
because like
Because
he
he
said it
started
as a
off with
joke,
auntie, and then
huh?
I graduated
Yeah,
mother.
he started it started off as a joke, and then it just stuck because he also calls India and Antonique auntie.
Yeah, and
But
I'm
then like it's
mom.
funny because he's older than Anthony, not Anthony. He's older than India.
Yeah.
Him
So
and Nick.
anyway, but yeah, I do love that for my friends that when they have close relationships with their family in and out of the truth, that they can just call them up. They'll go spend weekends with them and stuff, and I don't, and that's fine.
I don't know how to comfort.
Mm, I'm just
Oh, I
kidding.
thought you
No,
were about
no,
to
no, no, no,
cry.
no. I'm medicated. I haven't done that in a while. I love
Ooh,
saying that. It's
that's
hilarious.
gonna if you out of them pills, that you gonna overflow.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, just saying that obviously we are not parents of any kind. At the end of the day, these are just our thoughts on kids and what we would do for our kids. And this is us
Based on
talking
our own experiences
yeah,
growing
but
up.
then I won't say based on I won't for me personally, I can't say it's based on my experiences.
I
All
forgot you were
not all
cushioned.
of it. Okay. I I'm the
Sorry.
it's not me like trying to save face for any of my family members. It's just
I threw mine under the bus.
you sure did. But it's not me like saving face or anything. It's just me saying like what I would do for my kid
Mm-hmm.
personally.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing cuz I know that I'm an observer and like I observe a lot when people go through relationships and I'm just like I know what not to do and I know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look at people with kids, I'm like I know what to do. I'll try my best to do that and I'll try my best to um not do
Mm-hmm.
what I'm seeing over here because there's some kids that I know and I'm just like I want to take you. Like if I was like I want to take you, have you as
You
my
need a boat
own.
woman. Oh, never mind.
What?
You know
No,
some
that's not
kids
what
you
I
look at
mean.
and you're like they need to be beaten.
They do need to be beat. I'm just kidding. No, okay, but yeah, at the end of the day, we're not parents, and
But
that
when
is
we
at the
are, I think we'll be good parents.
yeah, yeah.
Our kids will be besties.
I feel you know what I find out. I said this before. I said this with my cousin Darren. I was like, I will find it funny that like we say like oh they're gonna be like best friends, but I kind of feel like they probably won't like it.
I'm weak.
Yeah, because like just because our dynamic is good doesn't mean
I
that
hope
dynamic has to be good.
I hope for the sake of I hope I would have a girl and you would have a boy and I would be like she'd be like me and he'd be like you. That'd be hilarious to
If
watch.
I had a girl,
She
I don't
you your
think
girl would beat my girl up from being
I don't think
annoyed.
no, I don't and if my
Oh no,
girl
it might
had
be like a me and Kelsey relationship.
if my girl had my personality or just basically just me, but like boost it up a little bit because my personality, I'm a little extroverted more than Ryan.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll be like, Lord, my girl got into a fight again
Hmm.
because of that mouth of hers. But yeah. Well, that's the podcast, guys.
Thanks for bearing with us.
That's,
What was
thanks,
our
man.
sweet treat for the week?
Our sweet treat, my sweet treat for the week, is basically, oh my god, it's not a good movie to like actually watch for yourself because it is, and it was a little, it is a little, I wouldn't suggest it for people, but me suggesting it now. But the movie Bottoms, that movie was so funny. Me and Tyler watched that. We were rolling
I have not even heard
down the
of it.
river. It was funny. And also I got like 3 albums. Destin
Oh,
Conrad, he came out with a new album.
These
It's
albums.
a Whimsy. I think this was called. It's a jazz album. It's really good. Oh, Mariah the Scientist. Her new album is good. I really don't like her voice that often.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like any of her other albums because they just sound like basic R&B to me. But like this one, even though it does kind of sound basic R&B, it's just like it's really good. I can't say it enough. It was the transitions into like is it a crime to Blue Flame? What is it? Blue Flame?
Burning Blue.
Oh yeah, Burning Blue. Oh my goodness! I was on the back of the truck. I said, mm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm. Yeah.
I
So
think we are on cue for that. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. My sweet treat. I don't want to do a song.
you don't have to do a
I don't
song.
know.
It could honestly be anything. Oh,
Yeah.
can I add something?
Yes, you can.
Also, I want to talk about my other sweet treat is just having the this is a joke, but having the luxury of a vacation home in Mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Yes, I told Tyler that. I was just like, basically, this is my vacation home, and every time I call you, I'm gonna just be like, "Hey, can I rent out the house?"
Not rent, stay for free.
hmm
I said not rent, stay for free.
Yeah, well, he gets it. He's just
Mhm.
like, "Don't you mean just rent out the room?" I was just like, "Well, the house."
When I picture you, when you said you and Tyler were fighting, I just picture that one time y'all were at my apartment fighting, and it was so chaotic.
We
And those
wasn't fighting; it
giggles,
was
I know,
wrestling.
but yeah, but those giggles from him were hilarious.
Right.
My sweet treat for the week. I don't know. These coughs.
Yeah.
They've got to. I
Uh-huh.
should have given you my inhaler before we started.
I don't think that's gonna do anything.
It could have opened you up. Anyway, my sweet treat for the week. I don't know. I've just been feeling very thankful. I've been
Hey,
out
Thanksgiving.
I've been out in the ministry more, and it's been really refreshing, and trying to do, my daily spiritual things like Bible reading.
I didn't mean to flick y'all off. That's not what I was trying to do.
No, the slurping.
The floor. Finish your sayings. Your sayings.
Sayings of everlasting life. Anyway, I don't know. I've just been feeling very thankful and peaceful when it comes to being out in the ministry more and thinking about spiritual goals. So mulling those over, I'm more, optimistic, I guess. And I don't know why I did that. I'm trying to think of it. It's not optimistic, but like, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I feel like my mood is elevated.
You're uplifted.
I guess so. So
You're pessimistic. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. That's not. I mean, it is a good one, but I'm not wording like I want to. But we are out of time.
Yeah.
So let's see what future Alan thinks about this past video.
I think this episode was cool, fun, awesome, exciting, just really refreshing, really just insightful of how we should be when it comes to children. Children are the future. We need to teach them well and let us lead the way, So, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that.
Now, let's see what Miss Jada had to say.
So I definitely loved this podcast this week. I absolutely loved the topic of discussion. I thought it was really nice that we were able to have this discussion, even though, we're not personally, we don't have kids, but it's nice to voice our own opinions and how we see things. And I think it will just help make us better, parents and partners in the future. So it was really nice. I like that we got into it. I love the TikToks we made afterward. It was just really fun. And as always, can't wait for the next one. Nice. Thank you for joining us on another lovely episode. This one's been,
Yes.
I hope you listen to all of it. It'll probably be an hour and a half, but I think it's worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
We brought out some great points. Nice. Anyway, I'm going to shut up because I'm saying what I'm going to say for my video.
Yeah, that's hopefully y'all don't roll your eyes at us because we're giving opinions on children and we don't got children ourselves. But that's we're just talking about what we'll do when we have kids. So yeah. But all right, y'all. Peace to the Middle East. We love you so much. Bye.
Oh my God.
And then we fade to black.